Hi, my name is Yunquan, and today I would like to share with you my own personal story about how I overcame certain obstacles in my life. Well, I had two major obstacles in my life that I had to overcome. The very first major obstacle was when I was 17 years old. When I was in JC, I developed an eating disorder known as anorexia, which basically means to say that I refused to eat because I was so afraid of gaining weight. Now, the fundamental reason about why I developed anorexia was because I was a kid with very low self-esteem. And part of the reason was because of the way I was brought up. I was brought up by my parents in a very sheltered home. I was not allowed to do the things that I love. They wanted me to be a typical girl. A girl who wears dresses, a girl who's demure, gentle, etc. But really, that wasn't me. But I had no choice. So I grew up under their shadows, and I lost my personality, my passion, when I was 17 years old. So then, I didn't even know who I was or what my personality was. I just wanted to be just like everybody else, so that I could gain recognition from my peers and my friends. So when I realized I was the only chubby one in my class, there was a strong desire for me to be, out of tough club, to be slim and beautiful. As a result, I went on a crash diet, and I was like my lightest at 37 kg. When I went to the doctor told me that another 2 more kg, I would have died. So it was then that I had to make a very tough decision, whether do I want to go down the path of self-destruction, or do I want to pick myself up and move on with life. I decided then that I was too young to die. So, only after 2 long hard years of struggle that I managed to overcome my eating disorder episode and recovered from it. But the fundamental reason of low self-esteem did not go away. I was still a very reserved child, a person with very low self-esteem, and one who did not pursue the dreams that she wanted to do. But at the age of 19 years old, when I met Kapap, that was when my life truly changed. Through Kapap, it rekindled my love of martial art that was knocked out of me as a kid. And I realized that this was really what I wanted to do in life. Well, as a practitioner, my parents had no objections. But the moment I told them that I wanted to be a self-defense instructor, that was when all hell broke loose. Immediately, they went into a rage and reprimanded me for being so stupid. They said, me being an undergraduate at that point of time, I would eventually be a graduate, and what was so bad about having a desk-bound job from a 9-to-5 job and be the girl that they wanted me to be? But I knew that wasn't what I wanted. I knew I would be unhappy. It was then I had to make my second most tough decision in my life, and probably, in fact, the toughest one I ever had to make. I had to decide then, do I want to follow my parents' wishes for the rest of my life, going into a career that I hated, or do I want to live for my own dreams and be happy about it? I decided that I had lived 19 years under the shadows of my parents, living the life that they wanted me to do. But now, I wanted to live for myself. So I told my mom I wanted to be a Kapap self-defense instructor. And because of that, I left home. I could not tolerate the constant nagging, the constant scolding that I had to endure when I went home every single day, because they would be asking me who I went out with, where did I go, etc. I needed to get out of that home to pursue the dreams that I wanted. So from a girl who has never left home for more than a day, I moved out. For a period, I thought I was homeless. But then the Kapap Brotherhood offered me a place to stay at the training center, and there I stood for a couple of months until things kind of settled down. But the challenges that I faced thereafter was not any easier anyway. Being a self-defense instructor, naturally, I would have thought that I would be good in martial arts. But the converse was actually true. I was a person with very poor kinesthetic skills. I could not tell my left foot from my right foot, and, well, let's put it this way, I nearly wanted to give up martial arts. But When I lost faith, my teacher told me a sentence that stuck to me to this very day. When I told him I felt really bad about me being so bad in martial arts, he told me one thing. If you really want to get good in something, you take one step at a time. One day, you will get there. And so because of his words, I never gave up. I persevered. And although I sustained countless injuries through training, I never forgot those words and I kept to it. And I'm very proud to say that right now, I'm not only a Kapap self-defense instructor, I'm also the first lady-certified Gracie combatants instructor in the whole of Asia Pacific. I'm also the first and only certified bus-ridden MMA instructor for the whole of Asia. And I was also recently chosen to be a national athlete for the Singapore National Wrestling Federation. Not to mention that I also had the remarkable opportunity to now be a young entrepreneur and to lead a regional company. And I'm only 23, 24 this year. So I would say that it doesn't mean to say that my journey was easy. It doesn't mean to say that, everything came perfect. But life is full of challenges. It's how you deal with it that makes you a stronger person, just as I had to go through. So I would say that don't give up on your dreams, stay strong, and best of luck. Thank you.